Hey up and welcome to another Confident Club Cuppa. Hello Curly.
Hello everybody, hello Steve.
What step are we on in the book then?
27 already.
27, okay.
Yeah, now we're going to get Steve to explain this in a minute, but the title is Don't Think About the First 4 Minutes. And the first thing Steve's written in here is, first impressions are important, aren't they? Steve says, I was going to put this quote at the top of this page. A smile, I hate that, a smile increases your face value. But thought if it makes me want to throw up, it might have the same effect on you. I think it's funny. And then also you've gone on to say, just a moment, I'm going to share with you perhaps one of the most powerful ideas in this book. Please expand, Mr. McDermott.
Right, so if you want to know in more detail, if you've got 10 minutes to spare, just Google Steve McDermott 4-minute rule and you can see me go into all detail about this. So let's just touch on it. It's the most powerful idea I know, or one of them, because it's the one I get the most feedback on. People go use it and go, blimey, that's really, really powerful. So what is the 4-minute rule, right, and why is it important? Because the research says, you know from your experience, you've got between 7 and 17 seconds to make the right first
impression,
right?
Which is pretty scary, really. Isn't it? 7 to 17 seconds.
Yeah, and then you got like 4 minutes to recover. So I thought in this couple, we'll just talk about how that works with presentations, particularly. Yeah. So in the workshop, we're always talking to people that way. You've got to have your game face on. So I don't know if you understand what you mean by game face. You know, sometimes that's not smiling. You know, if you're the Australians at cricket, it's like how you walk.
Can I do it?
Yeah, how you walk on the pitch.
Yeah.
But often people kind of let go of their control and their confidence before they open their mouth, because people judge before as you walk up onto the stage or when you sat there waiting your turn.
Yeah, you're being judged.
And a really common one is, you know, at the end, so this is we're talking about 4 minutes, but at the end people let the game face slip. But what's critical is in that first 7 to 17 seconds, you're in the right state to perform.
Yes.
Now, we've talked about this in the previous couples up to this one, the last 3 or 4. That's about controlling your state. Your performance is determined by your state. So the question must be is, how can I get the maximum control in those first few moments? And there's a few ways of doing that. So, you know, having the right physique.
Oh, yeah, or a smile on your face, as you've suggested.
So the smile, although we don't, you know, not that American, it's all smile. But yeah, putting a smile on your face. So just walking out and challenge yourself before you say anything to just smile at them. Is not only going to say to the audience this person seems confident and in control, but it's going to help you feel much more confident and in control in those first critical few seconds when you're being judged, which you are. So you can change your physique, or you can change your focus. So back to why it's one of the most powerful ideas I know, it's about where you put your focus. So we talked about this on the last 2 cuppas, and a great way to change your focus or control your focus is to ask yourself a high quality question. So when my kids were little and they're 2 years apart, and I'd been out on the road and, you know, you might have been away overnight and then you've been in car on M1 for like 3 hours and you get in house and the kids are desperate and they're like, Dad,
where's
and
that
if you're not
sweeties?
careful, you go, kids, can just let me get in house, put my bag down and take my jacket off. But understanding the power of the 4-minute rule, I had to challenge myself not to do that. I had to I put a sticky note on the dashboard of the car, right? 4-minute rule, check your state.
Yeah.
And then I just trained myself to ask this question as I was getting out of the car. How would the best dad in the world act when he walked in that room?
I love that question.
And obviously, I'm not suggesting you can adapt that question even if you're not a parent, right?
Yeah.
How would the best leader act when they walked on that shop floor? How would the best team captain act when they walked on that pitch? Whatever. Yeah. But I said, how would the best dad in the world act? Yeah. And then you find yourself, because you're in a much more resourceful state, rolling about on the carpet having a great time. But here's the really, really, really good news, Curly. Right?
Yes.
You only have to keep it up for 4 minutes. Because that's the bit to remember. But once you get into that habit and it's so much more joyous, then the people remember it, right?
Yeah.
Just as a final thought on this, you know, this is why I know it's the most powerful idea. I know it's weird being a speaker because you'd be standing minding your own business at an airport or a train station, you know, and when we can travel. And somebody come up and go, hello, Steve, do you remember me? And you go, no, not a clue. You spoke at my event 7 years ago. Oh, okay. You know that 4-minute rule? Brilliant. He said, I got into this habit. He said, I'm a lawyer, work in city. I get up early. Yeah. So I won't see my wife in the morning. Yeah. Kids are grown up and left home. We've been married like 30 years. Get back late. And first thing I do is go to the kitchen and look at all letters that had come that day. particularly the utility bills.
Yeah.
Now, given the price of energy now, but even then, can you imagine what sort of mood he put that in? He said, so I thought that 4-minute rule, what I'm going to do is, when I get home from work, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go sit down with Mrs. and have a chat, but I'm not going to tell her what I'm doing, right? Yeah. So he said, it took ages because it's creates your habit. Got a utility bill? No. Oh, do you fancy a cup of tea? She said, after about 4 days, she went, what were you up to then?
At least you didn't take her flowers.
And he went, well, I'm doing this 4 minutes. And she said, I quite like it. She goes,
did she? Yeah.
And again, what I'd add to that finally, I think in that chapter, because it's the 3rd edition, is this notion of being in, if you're going to be in the Zoom or be in the room, mentioned...
it's Nigel Risner you've got here.
Yeah, Nigel Risner.
If you're going to be in the room, be in the room.
Yeah, but also what I mean by that is, what impacts on those first few seconds when you're getting from work or when you're having that, is mobile phones, iPads, right?
Yeah.
So the other thing I would tie into the 4-minute rule is, look, family, we're just going to have 4 minutes where nobody's allowed to be on a phone.
Yeah. So dump the utility bills.
Yeah.
Dump the mobiles.
Dump the social media.
Talk to each other.
Yeah. And if you're going to be there, be there. And you only have to keep it up for 4 minutes. I'll see you.
Bye.